here. In this one, we're going to be talking with you about the most boring character I've ever seen in a fighting game, and by far the most boring character made by NRS, which is ASHRAH. ASHRAH, since day one, many people already noticed how fucking annoying she is and how overpowered she is. She is an extremely powerful character. Many people say she's number one. Many people do that. I've seen multiple tiers where she was put in her own tier even. And many people put her, like, if not at number one, top 5, and I think that's justified. She was a top 5 character since this game launched, and I would argue top 3 characters consistently ever since the launch of this game. I don't think it was ever up for discussion saying like this character was not good, was not top 3 or something. She was always top 3 in my opinion. Like the only time where she was not, you could argue she was like number 4 or number 5 is in the meta where Baraka and Raiden were extremely potent before their nerfs. Then you could argue the top 3 was Raiden, Baraka, and Johnny Cage. But, no specific order, just these 3. But now, she is very easily top 3, and I would argue top 1. Like, I feel like she is the best character in this game. I really do. Because she has insane damage output, like you can see right now. Very high damage, with extremely low execution requirements. You can pick her up in training mode, and after 1 minute you'll get this combo. She is so easy to play, it's honestly just pathetic how easy she is to play. And if you pair up with a different cameo than Sarina, you can actually get so much damage, it's honestly game breaking, like 60% stuff. And just by looping this, like, you loop this, go into a cameo like Johnny Cage, and you just do it again. That's how you get the damage, because she has no scaling. And yeah, so damage is overpowered as shit. She's also an extremely good turtle character, just running away and maintaining distance, keep away. Because she has this projectile, which is a mid, it's impossible to jump over this 99% of the time. It has a shit ton of plus frames on hit and on block, which makes it so you can just spam this and maintain your distance. And she, on top of that, she just has insane range and hitboxes. Like, one of the better anti-airs in the game are standing too, which is just stupid. Look at this. This hitbox is game breaking, really. Just ridiculous. This hitbox is unreal. She has multiple amazing strings on block, which give her actually powerful mix. Like, she has this, low right here, low starter safe. She has this, overhead starter, very hard to punish. I know it's tricky because it's minus 12 and that's really punishable, but because of this distance, almost nobody can punish this. You need to throw out an armor move or something, or a special with a long range, like a shadow kick, or just have an extremely powerful mid that is also 12 frames, or just an extremely good range on your move. Like, if you do it in this distance, yeah, it's punishable. Very easy to punish, like in this distance. But you can just throw it out here. And she also has this button, which is the best she has by far. R402, which is crazy, completely safe. Is a high, but yeah. The reason this is so powerful is just because you can close the distance instantly with this. Because of the ridiculous range, you just do this. 2 dashes and you're in. You can start at full screen. 2 dashes and you're in. All the time. All the time. And you can confirm into this if they blocked it, and if they don't block it, you just get a full combo. As I showed, that combo, that bullshit. And if you want to spend your cameo, which is why you pick her with Sarina normally to get confirms off of this, you get even more damage. Yeah, which is stupid. And Sarina is just good for us to just have this, because she is one of the only characters in this game that can actually convert to her full screen Sarina. You can actually combo like this. I don't use this piece of shit character, so I don't remember the timing, and I'm not fast enough with my wave dashes now. But regardless, yeah, this is just ASHRAH in a nutshell. Extremely overpowered, incredibly tough to actually get close to. Very good at just maintaining distance, which is why many ASHRAHs in competitive play actually stick to Kung Lao. And yeah, she's very hard to get close to. At the moment she hits you, you're losing 50% of your HP with 5 hits, which makes no sense. Like, compare her combos to Ermac combos. What's cooler? What looks more fun to do? I mean, I'm not doing something optimal, but even if I spend like 3 bars with Ermac, I'm not getting the same amount of damage this character is getting, even though my combos are a lot harder to execute. Much cooler. And my character requires an actual brain to play and high execution. Yeah, anyway, I got 48 for 3 bars. ASHRAH can get 45 for 2 bars. With a combo so easy nobody can drop it. Like, this is legitimately impossible to drop, like this combo. It's so easy, it's actually ridiculous. You can't drop this, it's so easy to do, it's really impossible to drop this. So this character has been ruling the meta ever since since the launch of this game because of how dominant she is, how powerful she is. And the reason why she's so annoying to come across, like I would much rather come across Raiden and Baraka before the nerfs than fight this character, even though they were arguably even better than her. Because she is just so boring, like... Raiden and Baraka were not very fun to play against with their bullshit chip damage setups. They were never fun to play against, but ASHRAH is just so boring to fight against. It's ridiculous, and she's also so boring to watch. Like, Raiden can actually do some cool combos. Ermac can do cool combos. Johnny can do cool combos. Peacemaker can do cool combos, cool mix-ups, cool shenanigans flying across the screen. She can do nothing. She's just extremely bland. She has nothing going for her. So yeah, that's just why I'm so annoyed by this character. Watching her in competitive play, like if I watch a player using ASHRAH in competitions, I'm closing the stream and coming back 15 minutes later after the set is over, because I don't care about who wins at this point. I just don't want to watch this character. It's a waste of my time. It really is, and having a character like this is extremely unhealthy for your game. When you have a broken top tier character that is also extremely boring and the most boring character in your roster, you have a scenario where a character that just draws people away from the game, like it just pushes them away, makes them not want to watch your competitions. When you have a character like this that's ruling tournaments, like she is a very common pick in tournaments because of how overpowered she is, you create a scenario where people will not want to watch your gameplay. Like, and this is the biggest mistake made by the devs in this game. Like, it's not the biggest, but it's one of the biggest. You have a character like this in the roster that contributes in no way to the roster. She's just another overpowered character. There's no reason for her to exist. She gives nothing new to the table, and she's just extremely boring to watch and play, so nobody will want to actually watch your tournaments. And yeah, the straw that broke the camel's back for me is the fact that she's meant to be a stance character. And if you're surprised by this animation and you think it looks cool, it's because you never see it online. I have not seen an ASHRAH use this since the game launched, and I'm not joking. I don't remember a single time watching playing against ASHRAH and seeing anybody do this. Nobody has ever done this. Nobody, because it's just completely useless compared to the light stance. There's no reason to switch stances. It gives you nothing, it makes the character weaker, so nobody uses this. Which makes it so half of her move list is not even used. Which is just such a massive design flaw, it makes no fucking sense. Look at the amount of special moves she has. She has hell mode. She has a completely different mode. Half of her moveset is completely different for a certain mode. What's the problem? You don't use it. Excuse me, I'm a bit sick. So yeah, that's just extremely boring, man. And it's just disappointing, really. Like, you see a character like this and you're fucking annoyed, man. You really are. You're annoyed thinking how this had potential and it just came up to being an extremely boring character. Like, even in a combat cast, it was before the game even launched, where they showcased ASHRAH, right off the bat I said, wow, this character looks bland. She has nothing. That's what I thought right off the bat, because she just has nothing. It looks like this, that she does nothing. And the moment the game launched, I remembered how right I was, because I was shown an extremely broken character with many overpowered lows and overheads, with an extremely OP button that covers the entire screen and insane keep away potential. On top of that, just brain dead and easy 50% combos. So honestly, man, every time I fought this character, I wanted to just rage quit, whether I was winning or losing, because it was just so boring to fight. And there is proof of that in my channel. When I was doing videos back then of playing this character, just right when the game released, I was actually getting so bored I was contemplating just removing the game. Then I swear to God. So yeah, this character is just a stain in the legacy of this company and this game, and in general the entire fucking series. I don't remember a character more boring than this in any Mortal Kombat game. Not even Shiva in MK11 when she had her broken stomp that was no counterplay. Even Shiva was more fun than this character, and I'm not joking. Even fighting Shiva that was mashing stomp on you was more fun than this, because at least against Shiva you would just rage quit right away. Against this character you have some sort of incentive to actually play. Against Shiva you knew she was going to get patched to hell when the moment we saw how busted the stomp was. But with this character, the moment you fight her in Combat League is just 10 minutes of suffering, whether you're winning or losing. So yeah, she's just a mistake. She really is. I don't remember a character more boring than this. None of the zoners in MK9, nobody. no one was more boring to play and more boring to watch and more boring to fight against. So yeah, this is an extremely trash design character, a stain on this game. For real, I would rather they remove her from the roster altogether. I've been saying this since the game released. I feel like it would be healthy for the game if this character was completely removed. Because if they're not gonna completely give her a complete rework, revamp this character, her moves, how they interact with each other, there's no reason for her to exist in this roster. She just ruins the game. She makes it worse, by far. So yeah, she's extremely boring. I would argue she's the most boring character in gaming history. I really would. I don't remember a fighting game character that made me hate the game more than her. I really don't. Like, I would have to go to retro games like JoJo Heritage for the Future that came out in 1995. I would have to go to a game like that to find a character more boring than her. And even then, that's debatable. Because that character only had 4 moves in its move list. And even that character was probably more fun than this character, which is horrifying. So yeah, I just wanted to share my thoughts about her. I hate this character with a passion, always have. And yeah, let me know in the comments if you agree with me on my view again on this character. She is a pile of shit. Terrible design, terrible character, overpowered as hell. I hope she's nerfed to hell or just reworked like she should have been 7 months ago. And yeah, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.